and gentlemen, and welcome to the Game Changer Sports Network, the Ringside Roundup. I'm your host, JD, and joining me today is the smartest man in the room, Mr. Martin Lee, and of course, our very special guest, our guy who's, I would say, part of the show now. I'm not even going to say guest no more. Guest, right? Mr. Adam Craig. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We got 5 viewers already in here. Thank you.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that. Look at us go. Let me change the banner on this real quick, you know?
Oh, no, Trinity. We're never done.
We're never done.
No.
Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the wrong one. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Let's get that ticker going. Remember to join us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Anywhere you like to watch stuff is basically where we are. So don't forget about that. And of course, if you want to see some of us individually, we've got Craig and myself both streaming on Twitch on our own personal channels. Go ahead and take it away, Craig.
Well, this is where I'd link our channels. If I could, but I can't because Jake messed up the bot. So you guys are going to have to find that on your own. We'll get that fixed eventually.
We're on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. It's in the description of the video, so you can click on it.
Oh, look at that.
I took care of you, brother.
Yeah, well, Jake still messed it up. Listen, you can't link the Discord either. So
we're working on the bots. We're working on the bots.
But if you guys noticed, Jake couldn't even be bothered to show up to his own show today. And I'm going to let you. Fair enough.
My show, his sports network.
He couldn't even show up on his own network show. Okay? Listen. But I know why. It's because Jake's afraid. So me and him have been talking for a little while, you know, backstage and all this. And if you guys were watching a couple weeks ago, we got really heated because he just believes Hangman Page is not a star. And he's wrong. And any wrestling fan can see he's wrong. But he kept pushing and pushing and pushing. So I decided we have to solve it a way that, frankly, only could happen on a wrestling show, right? So I have bet my hair against Jake's own that Hangman Page will win the AEW World Title before, who did he pick? I don't even remember. Darby Allin of all people.
Allin? That was his choice.
Allin of all people.
His choice.
So obviously my hair is safe. Jake knows this. He knows he messed up, so he's not going to be here tonight because he doesn't want to talk about it. I promise.
We're going to go ahead.
I beat him.
You
beat his butt at TEW about an hour ago. So he's hurting from his defeat right now. He doesn't want to show his face. I can't blame him.
He's a little butthurt. He doesn't know what he's doing anymore.
Salty.
We got him. We're going to go ahead and talk about the show today and what happened over in the WWE's. And you think you're taking out my hair? My hair. They're not building Darby Allin like they are with Sting for nothing.
Oh, buddy.
My hair is safe. Your hair is going.
Can we bring up a comment real quick from the section? How do I do that? I don't think I can do it. I think Jay has to do that. You still his chair. You bring it up.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how he has shit set up.
Thirsty Dawn 4949 says Darby isn't a star. There he is. Even with Sting.
That is so false. They wouldn't have given him the TNT title.
Darby Allin, welcome to the Kraith Clan. And rule number 1 of the Kraith Clan, Kraith always goes over. Buddy, this isn't yours. We got this.
You don't have it. This is okay. What's going on? We just made a hair versus hair bet. If Adam Page becomes the AEW World Champion first, I shave my head. If Darby Allin becomes the AEW World Champ first, and let's be real, that's gonna happen. Kraith is shaving his head. All this luscious.
I mean, this is okay. He's been transported to a local medical facility.
Oh, poor Jay. Yeah, I don't think Jay's gonna make a return tonight, boys.
Oh man. It's a hairline jaw
All right,
fracture.
can we not talk? I played football, guys. I didn't wrestle. I know I'd have a shitty super kick.
You
Thank
should have
very
speared
much.
him. Oh gosh.
Speared him right through the fucking wall?
Yeah. Jay, side headlock, Jay. Side headlock.
You guys in your side headlocks.
Oh boy. All right. What do we got on the show for tonight? Since
I
Jay's
don't know.
gone, we
I'm
lost our
gonna
itinerary.
walk away.
Oh what? Oh, okay. See, yeah, walk away. Honestly, come on. We know I'm safe. It's not like he has a lot to lose anyway, right?
We're lucky he kicks like a girl.
Yeah, Martin, how do you feel about the hair bet? Christina asks. I can't highlight it. Jay, you can if you can see.
What's that?
I don't know what's gonna happen, but to me, I think if I had to pick between those two, who's gonna be TNT champion first, it might have to be Johnny because he's paired with Sting, and if you don't pair anything with Sting, if you don't think he's gonna be a big star. Now, if Adam Page was with the Dark Order right now, I might have him, but I feel that they're building up Robbie out more than Page right now.
Martin with the heel turn. How could you? I'm betrayed.
Page isn't even on a level. He's not even that good. He's just getting the sympathetic Dark Order stuff now. It's kind of sad.
It's coming. It's coming.
Next time.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. I mean, Samoan head, I probably would have been able to take it better. Personally, though, let's see. Brian says Page is a main event talent.
Besides that first match against Jericho, what has Page main evented?
What is Alan main evented? I'm honest. I don't have cable.
I was going to say, literally, probably
cable.
A solid one Dynamite a week.
Brian, welcome to the Craze Clan. Boom. We got this.
Was the Hair Wars.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. We're ready.
All right. Now that we got all that out of the way, including getting kicked in the chest.
You know what? I did my best.
He's softening you up for the power bomb. You got to be careful.
No, it's the side headlock, apparently.
The side headlock. Yeah. The dreaded side headlock. But of course, we need to go over. We got some stuff that was a solid waste of 10 minutes. Yeah. Hey, 2 minutes was the intro.
I mean, me and you and Craig have been together now for what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
Martin's getting in here, and he's just like, the energy is kind of a little weird here.
It's kind of chaotic tonight, boys.
It is. Of course, we've got Jake coming over, visiting the house of Jay. So we got a little bit different today. So this one stays right here. We could go ahead and switch these two. Oh, okay, good.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm just playing with things. Yeah, so kicking things off.
I hate you.
We got some news. We got WWE to cover. We had a lot of things happen over in New Japan. I was told that some stuff happened over at Impact as well. So, WWE. We had, if I recall, the last show that I missed, we had a new champion that, I wasn't really aware of. Martin, I guess, was a little excited about it. The Miz cashed in his Money in the Bank at Elimination Chamber to become the WWE champion. And then had a match against Bobby Lashley last night on Raw. Now, I didn't get to catch it. I was on the choo-choo. So why don't you guys fill us in and choo-choos in the chat, everyone. Choo-choos in the chat. Why don't you guys fill us in? What happened? What's going on over there at the WWE's E's?
All right, so they tried to do the match several times. The first time, the Miz faked a stomach cramp. The second time, the Miz got himself disqualified. And the third and final time, the Miz tried to get out again, but then Shane McMahon came out and made a lumberjack match. And third time the shot for Bobby Lashley because the Miz hardly got any offense on him. So, and then the Miz WWE title reign was over in just 1 week. Bobby Lashley defeated the Miz he defeated Miz to become the WWE champion.
So we've got a new champ. And what, we had 1 week where The Miz was the WWE champion. Now, a lot of us thought that this would get stretched out to Fastlane.
So 2
I
weeks.
did.
Right. Are any of us actually disappointed by what happened with the Money in the Bank? Are any of us disappointed about how this whole thing played out?
No.
Not really, but the title reign, yeah, because I'm a big Miz fan. Title reign, yes.
Martin's a little bit heartbroken.
But
That's good reason.
But I'm happy. I'm happy for Lashley that he won the title because he
Yep.
clearly deserves it. But
Absolutely.
I just wish that they gave the Miz at least 2 weeks with the title. But I understand why they gave it to him now. But yeah, the Miz with Money in the Bank, it was pretty good. I feel it was the best. If it was the best, so it was the best. The best men to hold the briefcase since that's like Seth Rollins. That's how I feel because over the past few years, it hasn't been that great. But when Miz took the title, when Miz took the briefcase, it was a pretty good few months before he cashed it in.
Yes, it was. And I mean, really, when it comes down to it, the briefcase, we were getting a little concerned, was getting a bit abused, wasn't, we had a lot of unsuccessful cash-ins. So with a successful cash-in, and as Jake said, I believe a couple of weeks ago, we don't see a lot of changes going into Mania. We don't see a whole lot of shakeup.
Once you get past the Rumble, everything goes stagnant, and you know what's going to happen.
We've got a lot of shakeup in which Miz cashes in, and now we have a new champion who isn't Drew McIntyre.
My problem with this is now Fastlane is going to be the most predictable card we have ever seen.
Great thoughts.
I kind of agree with Jake. This is definitely going to make a triple threat of something. But I also agree with Martin that this has probably been the best use of the briefcase in a while. But yeah, they kept making the holders lose and crap. And we had the 1 year in Brock one, which was fun for like a whole 2 weeks.
When he danced.
Yeah, we got Boombox Brock. Like,
Brock
it's perfect.
dancing with the Money in the Bank.
Brock party.
Yeah, Brock Party. That was fantastic.
There
but
was really good stuff there.
I actually kind of like that they nerfed the Money in the Bank. It kind of took away a lot and took a long time. But for a while, it was pretty much you got it, you won. So at least now they added some uncertainty. But the thing I like most about last night is they actually followed their own narrative for once. Like, they told a whole cohesive story. Like, Shane McMahon remembered that he hated The Miz. That never happens. Like, there's never continuity like that. So when WWE remembers anything, I'm stoked for it. Period.
An automatic pop moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I remembered.
They couldn't even acknowledge that almost was Shane McMahon's bodyguard in the underground.
Yeah, like, I just...
We got
happy
Thirsty Don over there.
away from me now.
Anthony, my man, how are you?
Predictable.
We got a question from Martin.
Question from Martin. Who is your all-time favorite wrestler, and have you been to a live show?
Of course I have. I've been to a few live shows. I've been to a few pay-per-views, a few Raw SmackDowns, and my favorite wrestler of all time, it has to be AJ Styles.
AJ,
Because
good choice. Solid choice.
Because when I first started, especially it was mainly WWE. But when I started branching out to like other companies, I first watched TNA, and I was like 9 or 10 years old at this time, and I was like, who is this guy? And then after I saw AJ Styles, I was hooked. Ooh,
Same thing happened with me in Impact.
the stuff he did in TNA was phenomenal. No pun intended. No pun intended. But yeah, he was really the first person that really got me to watch other companies outside of WWE.
Yeah, no, that's a
What
great
about you,
point.
Jay? Have you ever been to any live shows?
I've been to a WrestleMania.
Holy shit. All right. I guess I'll fuck myself. What about you, Jay? Brian, what have you been to?
Oh, I've been to a WrestleMania too. A couple pay-per-views, a couple Raws. I love indie shows. Like Impact Showdown used to come around me once a year before the pandemic started, and those were the best shows I've ever been to. Like you can just sit at the bar with the wrestlers and have a drink with them. Like it's always a fun time. Motown Showdown featuring Impact.
I think me and Jake are the only people here that have never been to WrestleMania.
I have not. I also refuse to pay that kind of money for a wrestling event.
It was a gift.
Yeah, okay.
Same Christmas, actually.
I went to TNA Lockdown, I think 2010. It was in Lowell, Massachusetts. And it was like Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle as the main event. The place was electric. And then
supposed to go to that.
What was that?
I was supposed to go to that.
Oh, it was so good. The only other live event I've ever been to, I was living in Worcester, Massachusetts, and they had the WWE redraft in like 2016. And I went to that.
Jay, what Mania did you go to?
I went to the horrible one. I think the one Rock hosted. The one in Atlanta. Trinity, the closest thing to WrestleMania was witnessing the Hair Wars live on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Madman Fulton was at the last show for my local indie. A GCN WrestleMania meetup would be sick one year.
We can make that happen, boys.
So, we'll see what we can do.
That's it. It's the Martin Show tonight.
It's the Martin Show. Martin, what's your favorite gimmick ever?
That's hard to say. There are one of them. It's tough for me to say.
You think about it. Let's bring up that Steeler Nation comment there.
All right.
Robin Ross, Steeler Nation for life. I've talked to Ric Flair, though. How many of you guys have done that?
I don't know if I could, in all honesty, I don't know if I could sit through a conversation with Ric Flair. I mean, I'd sit there. I'd be trying to have like an actual conversation. He'd be like, yeah, so woo! How are you? Woo! And it's like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. He's too in his character for me.
I mean, I've talked to a lot of wrestlers. I mean, I've had the benefit of getting to go to a lot of shows behind the scenes, having been a bit of a wrestler myself. I would say
he has an impressive 0-11 career record, by the way.
Yes, very impressive. I would say my favorite that I talked to was Jimmy Havoc, which was really cool. It was actually really weird because we didn't really talk. I went to a Progress show that was in Boston, and they only had 3 guys to break down the ring at the end of the show. So I offered to help out because I know how to take apart a ring. So they just basically used me for heavy lifting, and Jimmy Havoc was just passing by, and he just looks at the 4 of us now doing it. He just goes, "Hey man, thanks so much for helping us out." And he shook all of our hands and went on his way. And I was just like, he didn't even have to do that. He didn't have to do that. Just 4 guys, one of them from the audience, 3 guys that, are in charge of just breaking down the ring that they rented out. It wasn't even like Progress guys or anything like that. But he just wanted to make sure that everyone got really exciting.
All right, Martin, favorite gimmick. What is it?
Craig was like,
Hold on. Jay, really quick, Martin. Hold on. Jay, I just got to interrupt because I was also going to say my favorite wrestler I've talked to was also Jimmy Havoc at Motown Showdown. He was standing next to me. It took me like 2 matches to notice because he was actually timekeeping. And I noticed, he was timekeeping, and I noticed his like glittery purple boots. And I was just kind of like looking at him, and I nudged Richie. I'm like, is that Jimmy Havoc? And he was like, holy shit, it's Jimmy Havoc. So yeah, I got to talk to him for like 5 minutes. It was really cool. Yeah, that's all.
Ric Flair's down to earth. You won't shake hands, only fist bumps. That's pretty cool. And then Wallace over there, I met Mick Foley during one of his book tours.
Hold up.
It's not the gobbledygooker, you're wrong.
All right, let's hear it, Martin.
Let's hear it.
Curious.
One person I can think of right now is The Rock.
The Rock.
My favorite.
It has to be one of them because the way that he talks is amazing. He knows how to talk trash. He knows how to do everything on the mic, and his gimmick is amazing. And the catchphrases he comes up with are gold. And yeah, so it has to be The Rock.
The best gimmick to ever grace wrestling? Gangrel, Edge and Christian.
The Brood?
The
Really?
Brood.
Really? We're going to go with the Brood?
The Brood. Everything from their entrance to everything about them.
We're not just going to go ahead and admit that it's Undertaker?
It has to be The Undertaker.
It has
What do you
to
mean?
No, that's too easy. No,
I mean,
too easy.
It's an easy
Best.
You're taking a cop out.
It's the
You're taking a
best.
cop out.
30 years,
You're
man.
taking a cop out.
30
Definitely
years.
Undertaker. Thank
Oh,
you,
you
Steelers
guys-
Nation.
No, you guys are taking a cop out. Don't
Is
you
today
do it.
turning into an AMA? Because that's kind of cool. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is really good.
Should we get back onto the news, ladies and gents?
Fuck the
Yeah,
news. We
yeah.
got
we have viewer interaction, Jay.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll answer questions, but let's get a little bit of news in.
All right. News question.
Right. Bobby Lashley's your new WWE champ. Does anyone see anything wrong with that? Does anyone?
It's 2 years too late, but it's still good for it to happen.
Yeah.
Why couldn't have Otis have been in that spot?
Because Otis, is that a real question?
Why couldn't Bobby Lashley? No, I'm not. I don't mean the Bobby Lashley spot. I mean the Miz spot. I'm so sorry. Why couldn't Otis have had a weak reign and got tapped out immediately? I don't understand why that couldn't have happened for
Because
Otis.
Otis
Why
is
do you
on
even have to do all this?
Yeah, but even then, I mean, it does seem a little convoluted for the Money in the Bank to switch hands, go through that whole court thing and all that.
It's because they didn't have a real plan for Otis when he won the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it just did nothing for the Miz and worse than nothing to Otis.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think it definitely hurt Otis. So
Let's hit on that real quick. The Big Show signing with AEW and what that really actually means.
yeah, so
This isn't something that's you have people like Brody Lee, rest in peace, Matt Hardy, and those are just like small little cracks in the foundation of WWE. The Big Show, he's a WWE lifer. That's a fucking crater going in the side of the foundation of the WWE. This one's big.
I mean, to absolutely leave WWE, even just as
After 20 years.
even just as a backstage personality, just to be a presence there, that's a big presence. Once again, no pun intended. We are killing it with the puns today.
We need that soundboard. Right?
It's gonna be so weird. And I hear when his theme song.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what his theme song is.
Right.
But we're in like perfect form tonight because me, Jay, and Kraith have already been together for 3 hours.
Yeah,
We did.
So we're warmed up, ready to go.
So I have a. Oh, wait. What?
Yeah, it's
go
gonna
ahead.
be weird. It's gonna be weird to see what his theme song's gonna be because WWE trade has this theme song trademark. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's going on. Oh, and Tony Khan announced today that a match is getting changed on Dynamite tomorrow night, and
Yep.
I am going to go with that Shaq tag team match. I'm gonna go with that match being changed to Big Show for the Shaq. If that happens,
I'm not about it.
Mm.
Just because the Cody to Shaq buildup went really well across the board for Shaq's NBA show, as well as on TNT's Dynamite.
Right.
yeah.
So-
but I heard that Cody might be a little injured. I think.
Oh, he did. That is possible. I forgot about that.
Great.
Listen, I need you guys to put your conspiracy caps on for a minute because this is gonna listen. It's gonna sound crazy, but
Hold on. We gotta find our conspiracy caps.
go. Jay has plenty of them.
Yeah,
All of his
all
heads
the
are conspiracy
caps
heads.
Really? This one out of all of them?
That's the first one I grabbed. Conspiracy cap.
Conspiracy.
All right. I think Martin's right, and I think this is leading to Big Show versus Shaq. In fact, I think Shaq is the only reason AEW was even able to get Big Show away from WWE. Now, if you guys remember, Big Show versus Shaq was rumored years ago in the WWE, and it fell through. They couldn't make a deal. AEW already had the deal with Shaq. Big Show's contract was up. Big Show is a household name. Not Cody Rhodes, but Big Show. AEW got Big Show specifically for this match, and not only that, but to take away one of WWE's best big man trainers.
The timing, in all reality, it just kind of worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Because Big Show's the Shaq and Cody Rhodes was already building before Big Show's contract ran out.
Let's take a look at what the fans have to say. Anthony says, I'm not crazy about the Big Show going there. To me, it reeks of TNA Sierra
Oh my God, I hate when people say
2008
that.
signing old ex-WWE guys to be relevant.
It's such a bad take, and Craig, it looks like you agree with me.
Yeah, for once, Jake, I'm on your side. They're not going there to wrestle. He's not going there to be
He's
AEW
going
champion.
He is going
He's gonna
to.
Well, yeah, probably like a Shaq and like, you know, what do you call those? A random like celebrity match, but he's going there to be, I think, a commentator on Dark. Didn't they say that or something?
Yeah, yeah.
The third show is called Evolution, maybe?
One of those. And to train their big men. Show's been around the business for like, what, 40 years? He's going to be an asset to that company. He was a steal if all it cost him was a Shaq match. That's really hard to say, and a stack of money.
Shaq match.
The reality is, and like Sting, Jericho, they went to AEW because one, Jericho's still at the top of his game. Sting wanted to go out on his own terms. Brody Lee was 100% being underutilized.
Absolutely.
And they're still building people like MJF, Darby Allin, but they're not. TNA cut people off at the legs at a certain point, except AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, really. Kaz and Daniels never reached their full potential in TNA. Rude and Storm never reached their full potential. No, he's definitely not there as a main eventer under any circumstance. He came on as backstage.
Yep.
You'll see his effect in that company soon. I guarantee Hobbs is going to be a beast in like 6 months with Big Show helping.
Absolutely.
You want to bring up that last comment? Just to...
Yeah, Anthony goes, Anthony, I'm fine with Y2J and such going there. I agree with Jake.
It's not a case of AEW, because if I started a wrestling company right now and WWE fired 12 people, guess what I'm going to do?
You're going to go up.
I'm probably going to sign all 12 of them because they have name recognition, number one. And then somebody like Matt Hardy and Brody Lee are going to bring fans in to begin with. Use Connor and Victor for their knowledge of the WWE system because I'm just starting a company. And yeah, it's not really using ex-WWE talent as you use the best available talent across the world, no matter what, if they're ex-WWE, ex-New Japan, WWE. And let's be real, in 2 or 3 years, you're going to say, oh, WWE stealing AEW talent because contracts will run up.
And I mean, you can't deny that not too long ago, WWE was signing up all the talent.
They're back on it. They're back on that bullshit. They just had a 26-person class.
Right. And I mean, when Keith Lee got signed, Matt Riddle, they drained so many of these smaller promotions of most of their talent.
Didn't MLW get literally raped?
Basically, like a lot of places ended up getting hit.
Evolve got hit.
Evolve got hit. Progress got
bought.
So
well, before the buyout.
Yeah.
Right.
See, the thing about TNA circa 2000, the thing is, if that comparison was true, we wouldn't be getting people like Jericho and Brody and stuff. That kind of stuff would be like if we saw Lars Sullivan and Ryback start popping up. Okay, then we can start calling bullshit.
Right. AEW isn't going anywhere because Tony Khan has more money than Vince McMahon can ever dream of having.
Period. And it makes money too. So
yeah. AEW has been a huge success. I think we all agreed on its 1-year progress report that AEW has been fantastic, all things considered. Did a lot better than...
They have a lot of in-ring / they don't stay in the ring issues, and a lot of... They need to just tighten the bolts on some things, but overall, the show's more entertaining than anything the WWE is putting out. From a wrestling standpoint, they need to tighten some bolts. Other than that, they're not going anywhere. That company's going to be around for the long term.
Yeah. I think we're going to see them for quite a while. So, I mean, so we got the Big Show heading over. We have another question popping up. I think you guys will love to answer this one. Do you think Adam Cole will be heading to the main roster after Mania?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm 50-50 on that one because they can do a lot more down Cole on the main roster. What enough has to do in NXT? I mean, he already won the NXT title several times, and they already just undisputed era. So now what? But on the no side, they can tell a lot more, that they can use him against the Undisputed Era a lot more after Mania. So I'm really 50-50 on this one.
The second Adam Cole goes to the main roster and then he loses his "I've been here for 3 months" shine and Vince McMahon throws him to the trash, that's going to sign his ticket to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Because all his friends are in AEW already. It's going to take – and Adam Cole's a smart businessman. He re-signed a 3-year deal because they probably offered him a metric fuck ton of money. But once he starts being unhappy, Brody Lee turned down a nice lucrative contract. Adam Cole's girlfriend ain't leaving AEW anytime soon. Where was that comment that I just saw?
Which one?
Let's start with the 2-0. Yeah, one down. That one, yep. So, like a wellness policy, then, yep. Especially with how they handled Matt Hardy. This is another thing that I actually hate when people talk about. When you watch, and Thirsty Don? I don't know you. I don't know if you watch other sports, but when a football player gets his shit rocked on the football field, what does he do? Put me back in. Put me back in ASAP. No, the NFL now has the concussion protocol, and they have to go stand out, make sure they don't have a concussion. Regardless, Tony Khan, in his first situation, handled it poorly and learned from it. But at the same time, Tony Khan basically told Matt Hardy, hey, you make the decision. That's really what happened. And Matt Hardy, being the competitor that he is, said, I want to go back in. I want to finish this match. And they went straight to the finish of the match.
Right.
Just to finish the match. Yes, we all know Matt Hardy had a fucking concussion.
Oh, yeah. He was rocked.
There's no doubting that. But this is such a shitty take because look at any other sport, graded accordingly compared to other sports. And that's how you should look at it.
Especially with the first situation kind of thing happening.
Yeah.
I mean, and an injury like that is not something that anyone plans for, and especially one where the competitor in the ring, or in this case outside of the ring, wanted to go back in. And that's the other thing. You can only judge so much on the fly. And this was a situation that no one saw coming. And, you know, do I think that it was mishandled? Yeah. I think it could have been handled a lot better.
There's also been football players that have been mishandled.
So
get over it.
You know, I would love to see something go into place to go ahead and protect the wrestlers. But when it comes down to it, I think they did as well as they could.
Bring up that Cage comment. I don't know about that. He's got – so if you follow him on Finna, we're going to go with Finna. I'm trying to be young and hip. Somebody
what?
Instagram. If you follow him on Instagram, then 100% you know his workout regime is ridiculous. He may actually be on steroids. That is also a possibility. I'm not saying he's not, but he does have a very just astronomical, ridiculous workout. I'll shut up.
Crazy. You all right there? Can we hear you?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, slight hot take here.
Sure.
Why?
We're all here for the hot takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, and this might make me sound like a monster. I don't know, but
can't wait.
What? Oh, okay, you can't wait. Okay.
Now we're interested.
You have my full and undivided attention.
If steroid use is overseen by a doctor and it's safe, why does it have to be prohibited in a really just a kind of physical play, I guess? I don't understand. Actors take steroids. All your favorite actors that go in with their six-packs, I guarantee you they cycled during their entire warm-up to the movie. I don't understand why we have to apply that to pro wrestlers.
Steroids and make the game interesting again. Different show, different conversation.
Yeah.
Back to wrestling.
That's all. They're actors, essentially, and I don't know why that's a problem in the first place.
It's not a actual sports competition.
Right, it's not... Spoiler alert, guys! It's not real. I just
it's still real. Damn it!
Still real to me, damn it!
All right, I'm out. This isn't real. I'm done.
All right. Thank God. So,
watch this. Yeah, watch it. You gotta come back with a reversal this time.
I got the arms up. So, getting a little bit back to the news. We took some questions. We're going back to the news a little bit.
We're trying, guys. You're happy tonight.
Yeah,
This is a great show.
Hopping today.
I'm having a good time.
So
it's because we're in the same room.
it is.
We're up to 10. TEW is a fantastic lead in the rumor. Ringside Roundup confirmed.
Facts. So we had that happening over the Dubs. Anything else?
Yes, that did happen. So Sean Spears did that to Cody Rhodes. It was an unprotected chair shot. It was Cody Rhodes' idea, and we haven't seen from Sean Spears pretty much since.
Right. Hello, Dark.
Yes.
Barely.
So we got. I just had a brain fart. My apologies.
What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Impact? Is that what you're going for?
Talk about Impact. What's going on?
Talk about Impacts. So, for all 16 of you that tuned in last week on Impact, you would have seen Moose's world title being officially recognized by the promotion, retroactively making him a champion. And to be frank, I hate it. I just don't understand.
It's such a shitty cop-out to unify titles that don't need to be unified.
Well, I just don't understand. I don't understand why you just. I don't like that the story with Swan is moved so slowly in the first place. I feel like I've been reading about it for like 6 months. Like it feels.
Kenny Omega got in the middle of it.
Ever. What?
It's because Kenny Omega got in the middle of it.
Right. I mean, but that was at least a little trip. But this has taken forever. If you're just gonna verify his title, I don't know why that would have been such a long point to get here.
My only
I don't know.
process is that they're gonna put both titles, unify the bullshit, on Moose and make it a more legit win for Kenny Omega when he takes the title.
Or the other coin to that, now they have 2 world titles, so AEW can win one and go off with it. And they still have another world title for their show.
That'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, AEW's already got another company's title right now.
We're talking about Impact here, guys.
Point taken.
They have to unify those belts. One way, unless it's a like double count out or somehow some screwy finish where each guy keeps his belt, they have to unify them.
It'll be a ladder match. They each grab one.
All right. Something less ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's my favorite ladder match finish. I don't want to hear it.
And they both grab one, but they swap belts.
Yeah.
Bingo! See, ratings.
Ratings.
LOL TNA.
That'll be such a TNA move right there.
Right. I'm trying to get back to our itinerary here.
Speaking about title unifications, we got an oddball title unification going off in New Japan. Kota Ibushi has both the heavyweight title and the Intercontinental title and is going to unify them for the first IWGP World title. And I don't know how I feel about this. Being a New Japan fan, I just don't know. Because both titles have such rich history. Yeah, who would have guessed? I'm a New Japan fan.
Yeah, the problem is I can't tell you. Is that Tanahashi?
That is Tanahashi. Very good. He's the most handsome one on the up there.
Is it Sonata?
Yep.
No juice.
You're doing a great job.
That's obviously Okada.
Do you know who that is?
The Undertaker.
Yes. Good job.
Yeah, so before
I don't know if you can see who that is though.
It's Mr.
No, they can't.
No, barely.
No, I'm
Mr.
not gonna try to pull it down.
Yeah, please don't. So we've got the title unification, and then Martin wrote an article on this, diving a little bit deeper, saying they're going to add another mid-card title,
Which makes zero sense.
It makes zero sense. Why bother unifying the titles at that point? I understand that Ibushi has both of them, but Naito was the one that was a double champion. He said he wanted it to be a double champion so he could defend both. He wanted to do it individually. He wanted to take on all the matches in the world. He wanted to go ahead and work harder. So it just kind of weird to go ahead and do something.
They're not a mid-card title, but they're not adding one. I'm saying that one. But from what I've heard, from where I was thinking of the IC title, I heard that when Shinsuke Nakamura was IC champion, he made a big legacy out of that title.
He did. I mean, that title actually main evented the Wrestle Kingdom. The fans voted for that to main event Wrestle Kingdom over the heavyweight championship. The heavyweight championship at the time being held by Okada with Naito challenging for it. And the Intercontinental Championship was held by Shinsuke Nakamura, challenged by Tanahashi. So, both of them are very important titles. And to unify them, okay, but just to do that, to bring in another title. Meanwhile, they've got another mid-card title being held on to Jon Moxley over in AEW. It just feels like they've got titles everywhere. And one of the biggest criticisms is that they have too many titles. We've got so many title holders right now.
My issue with it is that there's the prestige of these two titles are through the roof, and now they just want to get rid of one and unify it to add another mid-card title that's going to have no prestige to it. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
Yeah, that. I think it's a mid-card title, but I agree with what you said.
Mark, you're lagging a bit. Let's see if you're back.
Nah, he's lagging.
Where I am?
Yeah, Martin, you're lagging. We can hear you. We can see you. Your beautiful face is frozen.
I know. Still lagging?
Yeah, still lagging. Craig, did you have a point to make on this?
Yeah, so I was thinking about what you guys were saying, and you're right. The end game doesn't really make sense until I saw Thursday Dawn 4949's comment up there. You want to pull it up? They're retconning it, so NATO has still failed to win the big one. So, for every reaction, there has to be an equal and opposite reaction. So, what if this is a long con for New Japan for NATO to go win the belts win the belt and then split it up, and he'll defend them twice? What if this is just really stupid?
I don't see that happening. Basically, what I'm getting out of that, Naito did win the world the heavyweight championship.
I saw my back now.
You
Yeah,
are
you good.
All right, good. That's saying, I three again, and then not adding a mid-card title for what it is. So, and to me, the IC title, they should have just unified that with like another lower card title. I mean, if they did that, then it wouldn't be a problem. But to unify that with a world title, I don't know how I feel on that one.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, mind you, they're both being held by one person right now. It's been like that for over a year now. Mind you, most of that was a little messed up because of COVID. But it just seems weird because it's their two most prestigious titles. Meanwhile, and I understand why they don't do it with a lot of the other titles. The Never Openweight Championship is a different fighting style. The US one, it's a new title anyways. So you wouldn't want to have that one mix into any others. And then the rest of them are tag or trios titles. So I don't know. It just still feels very odd. Especially with their at that point, one of their mid-card titles being over in America on Jon Moxley. So it's hard to say. It's very interesting. Meanwhile, over the weekend at New Japan, the only title change was Hiromu had to relinquish his junior heavyweight title due to injury, left pectoral major rupture. So he had to relinquish the title, and it was won by El Desperado. Besides that, everyone defended their titles over the weekend. So,
well, there's your New Japan Blitz.
Yeah, it was very brief.
All right, so I'm going to segue in a really bad form, like I always do, because I'm good at that.
Naturally.
It's the highlight of the show is my shitty segues.
Yes.
We're going to awkwardly segue into we have a winner of the Wednesday Night Wars. The Wednesday Night Wars are officially over as of April 13th.
Done.
So today, a source on NBC told a radio show that starting April 13th, NXT will be moving to Tuesday nights. that has not been confirmed by WWE as of late.
Oh, how cute.
Now, it has not been confirmed by WWE right now, but the source says that an announcement should be coming extremely soon to with their new. Here's something interesting. With the source, it did not say anything about the USA Network. So it might be speculation to maybe it's moving to Peacock, but I'm not so sure.
It'll be an interesting. I mean, they're gonna have to move.
Come on, if I lost 60-3, I'd move too. That's embarrassing.
Yeah,
especially when you put NXT on Wednesday night as a defensive move against AEW. It's embarrassing that you've only beaten them 3 to 5 times.
That's the very definition.
Put your tail between your legs and scoot off.
At least on Tuesday night, you can win easily against Impact Wrestling.
Yeah,
that's true. Like, where do I even go to watch Impact?
Twitch.
Okay.
Twitch, yep. The odd thing about the move, like if Martin said if they go to Peacock, which I hadn't considered, but it would kind of factor into the giant price tag WWE got for the network if they promise NXT with it. That would kind of make some sense.
Yeah.
But how would that would drastically change the landscape of NXT, because you saw how much they did for NXT when it got on like an actual network. So how much they're going to take away from NXT if it goes off of it onto a streaming show? Are we going to get a return of the old 2010, 2011 NXT? Or are we still going to be seeing major stars like Finn Balor ride the gold and black brand?
I don't see Finn Balor moving back up to the main roster. And if he does, say hello to AEW in 3 to 5 business years.
I feel like he'd want to go back to Japan.
I think anybody that's friends with the guys in like the core of AEW right now, with the Big Show move, there's a real chance that they very well could end up. Yes, absolutely. He was worried about AEW the day they announced that NXT was going on the USA Network. And that's because he knows Tony Khan has more money than him, and then he's slowly shown he's not afraid to flex that money, i.e. Sting, Jericho, Big Show.
Not only that, but when you have guys that were from Japan, from these indie promotions, go ahead and throw the all-out indie show that they had and fill 10,000 seats.
Sold out in 38 minutes.
By themselves, without Tony Khan at that point.
Yep.
That is worrying. That is worrying. That is saying that your product is no longer the only one out there and that people are very interested in other wrestling.
And over the last, year and 3 months, what's happened? WWE hasn't changed anything about their formula, about their shows.
So yeah, I think WWE is terrified. AEW is their boogeyman in the night.
Obviously, we're not counting NXT in this WWE conversation because NXT is its own animal.
Oh, you know what? We have a very interesting question that came up.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone else have anything else to say about AEW beforehand?
I was going to segue into something else, but we'll go with this.
All right, fine. Which WWE title besides the 24/7 is the most pointless?
Too easy. Has to be women's tag, guys.
Women's tag.
Has to be.
If it wasn't,
yeah.
If it wasn't for
women's tag team,
right?
If it wasn't for Riddle winning the tag team title, if it wasn't for Riddle winning the United States title, I'd say United States. But I gotta go with you guys as well. It has to be the women's.
I talked about my hate for the Riddle character last week. I don't need to do that again.
because what's the point of the women's tag team division anyways? Because
there isn't. They don't have a tag team division. They're just throwing 2 random people together and giving them the fucking title. Yep. Now, we're done with that conversation because it pisses me off. Moving on.
Something else?
Yeah, I'm going to segue into the fucking NWA. Jesus Christ. Still a better conversation than the women's tag team division.
Jesus. Go ahead, take it away. I haven't watched anything. This last week has been me on trains.
You can't watch anything because NWA pulled all the videos off of YouTube.
Guess who's back?
So what does that mean?
Billy Corgan's back. It's speculated that what was it? Martin, what was the date?
The day of Fastlane.
Nope,
March-
date of pay-per-view for NWA.
But they have it on the day of Fastlane, which is on the same day, I think.
Which is a smart move because Fastlane is a throwaway pay-per-view, so why not
Yeah, might as well.
give wrestling fans something else to watch? But they pulled all their videos off of YouTube, everything they ever had. Weird move. Don't know why they would do that unless they're announcing a bigger deal.
Yeah, March 21st, yep.
I'm not against NWA on weekly television. Although their roster is fucking depleted after this COVID shit. They have Nick Aldis, a bunch of Thunder Rosa and a bunch of scrubs. They might have to actually call up AEW and be like, yo, we need help.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. So I was reading today, and they are going to do weekly shows.
We got a lot of comments there.
Yeah.
They are going to do weekly shows, but it's going to be on Fight TV.
It's very possible. I mean, if they're going to have...
No. It was confirmed by Barry Corrigan that they're going to have shows, but it's going to be on Fight TV.
Oh, it was announced?
Yep. And Barry Corrigan said that Fight TV is going to be brought. It's going to be showing.
Get out of the wrestling industry and go back to the Smashing Pumpkins, please.
She's showing
Please.
NWA Power.
Power's fantastic. I'm excited.
Come on this show and go toe to toe with me about how you suck as a musician and a booker.
Oh, God.
I want to see him smash a guitar over your head. I think that'd be great.
I mean, I'd be down for that. I mean, the NWA, I'd let it happen. I don't mind. That's cool. But Smashing Pumpkins is one of the top 10 most overrated bands of all time.
Who talks about... They're not even rated to begin with to be overrated. What do you mean? Who talks about Smashing Pumpkins ever? If you're talking about Smashing Pumpkins, it's literally only for Shrek, and that's it. No.
I don't know.
Wait.
In real life.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Why Shrek?
They have a song. They have a song in Shrek. What?
Yep.
Yo.
Do they not?
A Smash Mouth?
No.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of.
No, play.
No, I'm going to Google this.
This is my
No.
show. What's happening? What's happening?
What about
We used to talk
Smashing
about wrestling once.
Pumpkins?
But yeah,
Shrek.
yeah, so
Your forehead. Well, the years start coming and the don't stop coming. Back to the rules and I hit the ground running. Do it make sense not to live for fun? Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb.
Okay, see, listen.
I would love Billy Corgan to come on here and smash a guitar over his head. I'd love to see you defend yourself with that super kick, too.
5-minute warning, guys, just so we know. So we're
5-minute warning.
yeah, so
We
Yeah,
love
so-
this shit show.
so on March
hey, we're up to 10
23rd,
viewers.
yeah, so on
Sorry
March
about
23rd,
the entire time.
yeah, so
We're
on March 23rd,
at 15 most of the time. Martin, I keep cutting you off. I apologize. Go ahead.
yeah, on March 23rd, they're going to start the tapings on Fight TV.
There we go.
Nice.
So a lot of movement going around in the wrestling world. You know, a lot of things happening. But when it comes down to it, it just feels like while things are moving, things are a little stagnant right now. I feel like things are a bit stagnant. WWE is going to be stagnant up until WrestleMania. I think we can all agree on that. They just had a minor shakeup with The Miz and all that, which was refreshing. But I think we're in a stagnant pace for at least another month. I mean, people go into different networks and things like that, but is that really going to change any storylines right now? We've opened up the forbidden door, but I just feel like there's not a whole lot happening right now.
You don't think an exploding barbed wire death match is something happening, Jay? I'm so hyped for that. I'm so excited.
Same here. I already wanted to pay-per-view just to see that match.
I
wanted-
don't like death matches. I think death matches are boring.
I
But
think
it's from AEW. They're not going to be like deathmatchy,
my thing
deathmatchy.
about death matches is like once in a blue moon. All right, cool. And that's what AEW has been doing. It's once in a blue moon.
And the last time it was the same people, so
Yeah,
I'm down for it.
yeah. I like to see Omega bleed. I'd like to see John Moxley blow the fuck up. Why not?
I want to see Renee's tweets while it's happening.
Same.
That's
Same here.
Her Twitter feed when John Moxley is in a violent match is like my life goal.
we should live stream it. That's all we should show during the pay-per-view is just for days. Just her tweets.
CZW.
No commentary, nothing, just her Twitter feed.
I'm not gonna say I disagree.
CZW.
It's just a bunch of car crash matches and they don't stop.
I've never seen a single CZW match in my life.
Don't.
I watched the Brody Lee versus John Moxley one.
That would be a neat one to watch. How'd that go?
Meh. It was.
I would rather watch a submission match.
Yeah, I'm a bigger fan when it comes to the technical. I'll even take a very aerial match. I'll take one of these AEW high spots matches. You know, obviously I'll take a strong style match. I know that's not Jake's flavor, but I mean, I watched a match that was literally.
To be fair, I don't watch wrestling for wrestling anymore because all wrestling has really just started to bore me. I watch for the promos, the segments. I look for the entertainment now.
You're a casual now.
Dude, it's been so long. Like, I stopped watching completely for like a solid year.
I mean, when it comes down to it, I find. When I can find the small details and storyboards in matches, that's when I get very excited for wrestling.
See, I can invest myself in a good storyline, but then it comes to the match, and I don't care.
You just look.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah,
I'm excited for everything but Raw.
Everything but Raw.
That's about how I've been for the last 6 months or so. Just everything but Raw.
Now that Lacey Evans is off of Raw and they dropped that entire storyline, it's 100 times better. I promise you.
There's no hook on Raw. There's nothing. First it was McIntyre just beating everyone, and now it's all this. Which I love Bobby Lashley's champion. I think it's going to get really good after Mania, but I feel like Raw is going to be a snooze until Money in the Bank at least. They just don't write good faces ever. WWE in general cannot book a face.
You got her business is a great storyline.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that though.
That's exciting, but whatever there.
We're getting closer and closer to my prediction, by the way.
What?
Rhea Ripley's going to Raw. Alexa Bliss is on Raw. Her first storyline is going to be Alexa Bliss because of that Rumble.
Something at Charlotte, especially now since Charlotte doesn't have a Mania opponent. It's just too easy of a well to draw from, and if they wait too long, then the history's not there anymore. There's no momentum.
See Monday Night Raw, where Charlotte said she wants a title shot against Asuka.
Nope, I didn't see that match.
All right.
How did I miss that? Huh?
But
At Mania or Fastlane?
You tried. She didn't specify. You got beat up by Jackson Baszler right now.
Well, that will resolve itself at Fastlane, and Charlotte's going to win the title. Rhea comes up, gets her shot. Anyway.
That's not how it's going to work, but yeah.
We'll see. We can't bet anything else. The hair is already on the line, man. We'll just have to see.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ball hair it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the hour mark. We want to thank you here at the Game Changer Sports Network. This has been a crazy Ringside Roundup, to say the least. I am your host, JD. We've got Jake Jollymore, the owner, the smartest man in the room, Martin Lee, and of course, way over there, Craith from Craith TV. We appreciate y'all coming. Follow, like, subscribe, whatever and whichever social media you'd like to see us on. Check out the description, and thank you so much for joining us. We're signing off tonight. Take care.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game up. Go play.